Fall is here and I am so excited about it. One of the best times of the year in my opinion. And in today's video, I'm going to share 21 small ways that we can romanticize our life this season because life is meant to be made special. Hello friends and welcome back. If you're new here, my name's Jillz and I help women step into their power, tap into their divine feminine, and become their best selves. So if that's something you want to do, you should subscribe and stick around. So I'm going to get into my big list of how to romanticize your life this fall, but I actually have a little special surprise that I'm so excited to tell you guys about. I'm so happy about it. Okay, so we all know that I love to prioritize romanticizing your life every single day and living the soft life and all of those vibes and allowing things to be easy. Well, I've been wanting to make something fun and special for the community for a little while now, and I finally have some apparel and goodies just for the soft life girls that you can purchase. And I think they're all so cute. I have 3 different things for you guys. First is the perfect vintage oversized hoodie. It has the phrase soft life only stitched on there. It's not just cheaply printed, and it's super cute but still subtle, and it comes in 5 different colors, so comfy and perfect for the cooler weather. I'm obsessed. I've been wearing these every day. My personal favorite colors are the coral pink, the baby blue, as well as the forest green color. I think this is so perfect for like fall and winter. And it's also like the perfect mid-weight hoodie. It's not too light, it's not too heavy either. Next are these cute little hats. It also has the phrase soft life only stitched on there, perfect for running errands, going on walks, whatever your heart desires, and comes in a bunch of different colors as well. I love the light pink because it's so girly and subtle, and then I also love the navy blue. I think it's really cute. And lastly, a mug that you can use for your coffee and tea. It says on there, it gets to be easy. And it's just a reminder that we can allow ease into our life and that things don't always have to be so hard. They get to be easy. You can check out the shop by clicking the link in the description, and it does ship worldwide as well, which I'm super excited about because I know that our community is all over the world. I think these little items are so cute, but still subtle enough where they're actually very wearable. They're the perfect little goodies for fall, and I hope that you guys love them as much as I do. Again, I'll put the link to the Soft Life shop in the description below so you can find it there, and let me know what you guys think. Thank you so much for your support and being a part of the community. Whether you decide to purchase or not, that's irrelevant. I'm just grateful that you're here. Now that I covered that, let's get into the video. So let's talk about how to romanticize your life for this fall season. I've got a ton of fun, easy ideas for you guys, so let's get into it. First, I have to say it, fall fashion. Fall fashion is superior in my opinion, and I love being able to throw on like a chunkier sweater or start layering outfits with jackets, or if it gets cold enough, wearing booties or boots or something like that. There's something about fall outfits that makes me feel very cozy, but also very powerful at the same time, and I don't know what it is. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love a good sundress in the summer, but in the fall, wearing like a chunkier sweater with a mini skirt and boots, like I love that kind of outfit. There's something just so fun and magical and romantic about dressing with the seasons. And if you live somewhere where fall doesn't really get that cold yet, or it just never really gets cold where you live, you can also start dressing with the seasons by the colors you wear. And you can start incorporating more fall-like colors into your outfits. Like a little bit darker colors or rich browns, or like a pretty plum color or a pretty emerald color, or even red. According to the internet, red is supposed to be like the fall color of the season, I guess, apparently. So you can start embracing fall even just with the colors you wear. Number 2, getting a pair of higher quality luxury pajamas. Everyone needs at least one pair of like nice PJs. It feels so much better to wind down and have your evening routine and go to bed when you're wearing something that's actually cute and comfortable and a little bit more elegant and mature. You know, instead of just wearing like your old summer camp t-shirt and sleep shorts that are 5 years old. It may be time to level up this area of your life. Especially for fall. Fall is all about being cozy, right? So find a pair of PJs that makes you feel cozy, that's comfortable, that fits well. Just find something that you love because you'll feel better and you'll sleep better. All the pajamas that I wear are from a brand called Eberge, and I do highly recommend them. They're all extremely comfortable and really cute, and they do wash well as well. So I'll link like my favorite pair or something in the description below. But they also have cute nightgowns that I have yet to try. Now fall is the time where it starts to get a little bit darker earlier, right? There's a little bit less sunlight, and I think that it's fun and cozy to embrace that by number 3, moody lighting. Instead of when the sun goes down and immediately turning on all your your overhead lights and blasting the house with this like really bright lighting, I think it's really nice and cozy and calm to turn those off and instead more just have like some nice cozy lamps, like floor lamps or table lamps with warm bulbs. And if any of your lights have dimmers, which some of ours do, I also like to keep those on but really nicely dimmed, and it's such a vibe and it's so much better for like winding down for the night. Also make sure that the light bulbs you have in the lamps are more warmer toned. So if you want a bulb that's more warmer toned, which is what we tend to have, that's around 2700 Kelvin, whereas one that's more blue toned, that's more like daylight, that's around 5000 Kelvin. So if you get something that's more around the 2700 to 3000 Kelvin zone, that will give you like that nice warm ambient lighting. But also not just lighting from lamps, but also number 4, adding more like candlelight to your home, or fireplaces if you have fireplaces, utilizing them. Once it starts to get a little bit darker and chillier, adding some of that fire element can be a really nice addition to your home. Fall is candle season and your girl loves a good candle, but I will say that most candles out there are actually just toxic pollutants to your home, so you have to find the right ones. Most of them just fill your house with synthetic chemicals, and that's not good. So you really want to make sure that you are using candles that are more natural and non-toxic. And one brand that I love is just this random small business that I found on the internet one day like 5 years ago called Cellar Door Candles. I'll link them below. Their candles are just super clean and pure, and they smell really good too. And if you do have a fireplace, take advantage of that once it starts to get cold enough. Or if you don't, Netflix actually has a lot of great options. So you can type fireplace into the search bar and a bunch of little fireplace videos will pop up, and it's not like having a real fireplace, but it's pretty good and it's pretty cozy, so you can put like a little fireplace on your TV. Oh, and there's also a bunch on YouTube too. Next, number 5, embrace the change to fall and start incorporating more fall fruits and vegetables into your diet and into your cooking. Fall is my favorite time of the year when it comes to food specifically, because I love the food that is now in season, and I also just love carbs and warmer food. So the foods that are in season now are things like delicata squash, acorn squash, spaghetti squash, butternut squash. I obviously love squash. Sweet potatoes. I also love sweet potatoes. But also like apples, grapes, Brussels sprouts, figs, and also pumpkin. I'll provide a link down below that lists out all of the in-season foods for fall. But eating seasonally is such an amazing way to support your body and to really nourish it during these transitions. And especially if you live somewhere that has more of like strong seasons, like strong summers and fall and winter, and it gets really cold, that can be really hard on your body. And it's very natural for our body to stop wanting so many like raw foods and light berries and all those things, and to want more like warmer, heavier, nourishing foods, especially as we go deeper into winter. Nature gives us exactly what we need to be nourished. And also just cooking with fall foods is a fun change and a way that just makes the season more special. But to add to that, number 6, incorporate more fall spices into your cooking and baking. So it may be time to restock the fall spices, things like cinnamon or pumpkin spice or nutmeg or cloves. I love all of those spices. There's a bunch of fall inspired recipes on the internet, but I love to make a good cinnamon apple crisp as well as like mini pumpkin pie bites. So basically I make them in like a muffin tin. So they're like little personal pumpkin pies, and my husband loves them. I bring them to Thanksgiving sometimes. Or I'll roast some delicata squash in the oven with a bunch of cinnamon on it. All of that is so good. Number 7, I always start watching more classic and cozy TV shows and movies during this time of year, and it always feels so good. So one that I always keep going back to is Gilmore Girls. It starts in the fall, and it's just like cozy small town vibes, and it's a nice girly show, a nice happy show, and it's one of the best shows. Or even Gossip Girl or Vampire Diaries or Twilight or Harry Potter or anything like that. There's also those like classic spookier, scarier movies, but I usually don't watch too many of those. Moving on, number 8, fall is the time where most of us at least would go back to school. Or if you are still a student, maybe you just recently went back to school. And so it's naturally just this time where summer is like, oh, like relaxing a little bit more, maybe you're traveling a little bit more. But then once fall comes around, we naturally have a little bit more drive and desire to get back to it and be a little bit more productive. And so number 8, a great way to romanticize your life this fall is to make productivity pretty. Like, do you remember going back to school every year and getting all your new school supplies and your new binders and your pens and all those things? And for me, that was always really fun. So go take a stroll through Target, go pick up some cute new stationery or notebooks or pens or, you know, whatever desk things that you like. Maybe a cool little desk calendar, I don't know. There's something about new pretty stationery that just feels so good. Make your desk and your work area more organized and tidy up and just make your workspace a little bit prettier. Like for me, over the past few months, I've gotten quite a bit new like camera equipment and all those things, and it's come with like a lot of different like random parts and cords and SD cards and all these things, and my desk is starting to get a little bit disheveled and disorganized. So one thing that I want to do is buy a bunch of like cute little containers or baskets to store things in, because like looking at a big heap of technology just does not make me feel good. It's overwhelming, it's not pretty, and that needs to change. If you want your work and productivity to feel better while you're doing it, to feel like more of those soft life vibes, then it really helps to make it more aesthetically pleasing. At least this has always helped me. Number 9, autumn is a time of transition, a time of waning and letting go. And so something that I think can be really special for all of us to do this season is to do a little release ritual. So basically what this is, it's where you write down something that you want to release or let go of in your life. It could be anything. It could be a habit. It could literally be anything. Whatever you want to get rid of moving into this next season. And then you set it on fire and burn it, either with a candle or preferably a bonfire, because that's way more fun and way more dramatic. Make a little night out of it, you know, meditate, journal before, have a nice cup of tea while you're doing it, while you're thinking about this. And you can either do this alone, just have it be like a nice solo night to yourself, or this is also a great thing to do with friends if you have like-minded friends. You can invite all your girlfriends over for like a bonfire or something, and you can all bring some snacks and you can do this together, and you can either each individually share what you're letting go, or you can keep it private. But it's really fun to do this together and burn it all together and like release it together. And it's also just a great excuse to hang out with your girlfriends and have a cozy night. Number 10, again, fall is all about being cozy, right? And so often when the weather gets a little bit cooler, we move into fall or even winter, we start drinking more of those warmer drinks, right? Teas, more coffee. I personally don't drink coffee, but I love incorporating more tea or also just warm water and lemon into my daily life. And it's human to have a favorite mug that we naturally want to pick up every single morning. So get a cute mug that makes you happy and that puts you in that good feeling zone when you wake up. That gives you positive feelings every time you use it. This is such a small way to invest in yourself and your morning routine. And if you want, you could get the one I made, but there are also so many cute mugs out there. Find one that you love. Or if you have to go drive to an office bright and early and you can't have your nice drink at home, invest in a good travel mug, one that is cute and that fits your car right and actually keeps your drink warm. It is not wrong to spend a little bit of money on something that you use every single day, every single morning to make your morning better. Sometimes it's the little things, you know? Next way to romanticize your life is to start loving on your skin a little bit more. So as we transition to fall, usually that means that the weather starts to get a little bit colder and oftentimes a little bit drier. And especially if you live somewhere that's more seasonal, this is really, really important. Give your skin, not just your face, but your whole body more nourishment. So it's best to start doing this before it actually starts to get cold and dry, so you can kind of like prep your skin in advance, if that makes sense. But I'll usually just do like a little bit more serum and moisturizer on my face. And then for my body, I use something called beef tallow. I use that as a moisturizer and it sounds really gross, but people have been using it for centuries and it's a very natural way to nourish and hydrate your skin. And it's really great for sensitive skin too. Obviously you should use whatever you love, but don't think about this as a chore. Think about this as like a loving ritual and be intentional with it. Okay, so this next one is for everyone, but especially for the girls where it's not a real fall where they live, like where it doesn't get a little bit cooler, where the leaves don't change, all of that. And so number 12 is fall ambiance videos. So basically you can type into YouTube fall ambiance videos or something like that, and a bunch of fall ambiance videos will come up, and they're honestly so nice and so cozy, and some of them go for like 8 hours long. You can just put that up on your TV for the day, or on your computer in your bedroom as you wind down for the night, or on a sleepy Sunday, and some of them have rain sounds in the background or other nature sounds, and it's just really lovely. When I was living in California, it was always still so hot when it was fall. It never felt like fall. We didn't have the changing of the leaves or anything, and I wish I knew about these videos back then. Number 13, apple picking. I know not everyone has apple picking near them, but if you do, take advantage of it because it's fun and a good way to celebrate the season. It's a fun little weekend activity, and then you can bake a bunch of apple type of desserts afterwards, like apple pie. And you can also get cute pictures there too. Now, number 14, this also won't be an option for everyone, but if you live somewhere where the leaves change colors, where it starts to be like this vibrant orange or yellow, embrace it. Take advantage of it. Go for long walks near the trees. Having moved from California to Tennessee, where the leaves didn't do anything, to now in Tennessee where they are so beautiful and it's very fall-like here, I love to embrace it and go for longer walks in nature and admire that. It's so gorgeous, and it's only for a short amount of time, especially when it does start to get a little bit cooler and you can wear a jacket. It feels so special. Nature is beautiful. Next, one of my favorite cozy activities for the fall is to find a really cute, cozy, moody coffee shop. And fall is a great season to either search and find a new one that you've never been to before, or go back to the one that you love just a little bit more. You can either bring your work there, or journal there, or read there, or just sit and drink your coffee or tea there. But this is such a great little solo date activity. There's something so special about it. There's a cute coffee shop in my neighborhood that used to be an old house, and so it has like little separate rooms and everything. It's really cute. It has a really nice patio and a swinging bench, and it's just very quaint and cozy. And there was one where I grew up where the coffee shop just had floor-to-ceiling books, and it was such an amazing place to like hang out and study. So do some research, do some Google searching, and find a new cute coffee shop that you've never been to. Number 16 is simmer pots. And if you don't know what simmer pots are, they are a great natural way, very easy way to make your house smell really, really amazing and very cozy and fall-like. So basically what you do is you put a bunch of water in a pot, like a big pot, and then you can add whatever you want, but a lot of people will add like slices of apple or orange, and then add things like cinnamon and cloves. And basically you bring that pot to a boil, and then you reduce it to a simmer, and then you just let it sit, and it will make your house smell amazing. Just don't forget about it like I did one time and leave it simmering on the stove for like 9 hours. If you type in on Google simmer pot recipes, then a bunch come up, and it's super, super easy, and it's a great way to make your home a little bit more cozy. Number 17, fall is a great time to revamp your evening routine and make it a little bit more special and cozy. And instead of just quickly taking a shower and just playing some stupid Netflix show that you don't even like and going to bed, making it special, right? Like putting on your luxurious PJs, lighting a candle, drinking some tea out of your favorite mug, or taking a bath, turning the lights down, putting on your favorite playlist, journaling for a bit, reading a fun romance book, whatever makes your heart happy. But revamp your routine and make it something that you actually look forward to at the end of the day. Number 18, get some cozy socks. Nothing better than soft, fluffy socks. They just make you feel so much more grounded and cozy. My favorite brand for really amazing, thick, fluffy socks is Barefoot Dreams. They are amazing, and sometimes I buy them for people as gifts because they're just so wonderful. And also, according to Chinese medicine, which I'm a big fan of, fall is the time where we need to start covering up our bodies to keep them more warm. So start covering up our abdomen and start covering up our feet with like socks. The intention is just to keep our body warm and healthy, but this is actually supposed to, apparently, according to Chinese medicine, help with our menstrual cycles as well. I know it sounds funny, but according to Chinese medicine, wearing socks on your feet can really help with fertility, but also just helping with having like a healthy, good menstrual cycle. So basically in Chinese medicine, your womb is very connected to your feet. And they say to have a good, healthy menstrual cycle, that you need to keep your uterus warm. And to keep your uterus warm, you keep your feet warm. And I know it sounds silly, but honestly, I tried this a few years ago after I learned about it, and I really do think that it helped. I think that it helped improve the cramps that I was having at that time with every cycle. I just do think that it really helps with better periods. I mean, it's not going to magically cure everything, but I do think it can help, especially once like fall and winter come around. Try it and see if it makes a difference for you, but regardless, it's just cozy and comfy. Number 19, take more warm baths. And if you can, even better, add Epsom salt to them. Epsom salt baths are such a great way to wind down at the end of the night. And I talked about this habit of mine in my self-care habits video, how I like to take warm Epsom salt baths a few times a week and how it really helps with my rest and relaxation and coming back to myself and all of that. This is a big way that I let go and refresh. But baths are just especially wonderful once it starts to get cooler, and it's a really feminine way to romanticize our life. Next, you can break out the games, like card games or board games or whatever. But I love this for a technology-free night. It kind of reminds me of more of like the old days. And you can either have a date night with your partner and play cards or Uno or something like that, or you can have a bunch of friends over and have a big game night. But this is a great way to have a cozy night with people you love. I've been really wanting to play Uno recently for some reason, so I'm going to go to Target soon and get that. It reminds me of my childhood. Number 21, curate the perfect fall playlist or find some fall playlists that you love. I feel like the vibe really changes as we transition from summer to fall, and so maybe you can find some like nice moody jazzy playlists or like lounge relaxation type of playlist. Something a little bit more soothing and cozy as opposed to like those summer like pump up hits, you know? One way that we can easily romanticize our life and make it more like a movie is to have a soundtrack to our life. It changes the energy. Like if you watch a movie with no music, it's very boring and it's not very entertaining. And one way that like the producers or editors make you feel a certain way in a movie is by adding background music. Do this for your life. Make your life a little movie. Don't go through another season living life on autopilot and every day being mundane and boring. Make it special. And special doesn't have to come from these big grand things. It doesn't mean to make fall special you have to fly to New England and go on some amazing luxurious fall road trip, although that would be nice. It can also come from the tiny intentional moments that we add to our day. And as a reminder, don't forget to check out my new Soft Life shop where you can get hoodies, hats, and more, perfect for the fall season. And the link for that will be down in the description box. Love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and I will see you next time in the next one. Bye.